last session. Why did we put our fate on that one thing?
Well, that's because that's RNG. You can't blame everything on RNG. You can't after two horribly failed combats because you're like, fuck that shit. Never again. Never again.
A needle pulling thread.
Never again.
You basically, Davis, you're like, how fast, how hard a burn can you get? As starts, flicking switches and basically requesting like more power as Tomaz needs to repair the engines instead of like an hour-long period, which is what he would needs to do it wicked fast. Why don't you give me a fix roll right now, Tomaz?
I reloaded, roll 20. If I roll another
There's
7,
your first mistake.
If I roll a 7, just blow up the engine and kill me with it.
No. We've got quantum rolls. There's no lies going on here.
The question is that enough in this situation?
I will say
it's an 8.
It is an 8 for that, but the engine is very damaged. It does take you time. It's not as instant as you want it to be. But you do fix the engine in about half an hour or so, instead of the instant fix that you kind of wanted. Which is where Anna is right now sort of running this program to sort of assume where that ship was going and how far away it is. Now she's going to get to do some wicked cool opposed rolls to try and catch the enemy ship. And she tells everyone to strap down, this is going to be fast. And then she turns to Davis and says, and now we are the pirates. And
I'm gonna push the internal PA and let Lisa know we're about to be doing a hard burn maneuver and that she should sit down in my chair.
You hear that, and the hard burn starts. You hear a clonk on the other side. The enemy ship failed by 1.
Yes.
Yay. Now back to our ineffectual minigun.
So yeah, you actually do move back into combat range. Yeah. So, you were around. You were getting very close to Shield. You were actually getting close to Shield, going around Pike. So you can very clearly tell, just at a glance, Jason, at your position, that the enemy ship wasn't going back to Shield, which is maybe what you expected. It was going back to the planet of Pike itself. And it's pretty close as you're starting to get in beside it. Not so close that you necessarily are like fighting in atmosphere or even like in orbit, but it's getting close. If it runs away
close
again.
Enough if this doesn't end decidedly, it's going to be on radar. And
yes,
even then, it's probably going to be picked up eventually.
Yes. So with that in mind,
I'm going to say, eyes on us. We got to go quick.
With that in mind, I'm not even going to use another initiative roll again. You actually do get a communications from the enemy ship, and it's their captain being like, it's their pilot being like, our captain wants you to know that this is, he has already reported this to the appropriate authorities back on the planet. It'll take maybe a little bit of time to percolate, but you'll be the most wanted people in the system very soon, and I hope you're happy with the choices that you made in life. And with that, what do you want to do? First time.
I'm actually going to look over to Jason and say, Jason, what's the likelihood that you can actually get a transmission off that quickly?
It wouldn't be done yet. It will be sending because they're not that planet.
That's why.
Could intercept that.
Go Hacker Man!
I would say that probably would be a 2 CP maneuver because you're in combat.
I'm gonna get in there and I'm gonna delete that message.
Kind of like a defeat ECM sort of a
yeah,
thing,
essentially, it's very comparable to one of those. So that would be, a hacking
crash
roll.
systems. There you go.
Yeah, it's essentially a crash systems.
Yeah.
Can I do it, boss?
It's a program.
Who's generating the CP for this?
I'm just gonna divert
support.
all my. I'm actually gonna go over to his terminal, and I don't usually stand on people's shoulders. I'm gonna go over to his terminal and compliment his commands on it, like not verbally, like.
Okay.
We both worked in the military. We know like shorthand.
Yes. I think that he does the CP, Anna does the CP, and then potentially I create more CP so we can also get a shot.
Mm-hmm. And that could be a targeted shot with that 3 people. Now that's real good.
That's when we needed Neil's luck to come through, and it did.
You basically hack onto their ship as you get closer, as you go at that hard burn. You burn hard, and you get within that range. They say they're doing that, but it's not truly sent yet. The sort of handshake is beginning for this long end communication. You get in there, and you probably even change it, because if you completely remove it, that would be suspicious on their end. You probably change it to be like just a typical like docking or receiving message instead. Unless you
can I open the equivalent of a word pad?
Yeah.
On this guy's desktop. It's gonna type in, I hope you're happy with the choices you made. Emoji.
And
oh god. I'm gonna shake my head as I watch him toying with his food. Like,
and I imagine you like open up their like the video feed of their pilot, because their pilot is their comms officer, and you just see him be like. So they also generate enough CP for Rain. Was that enough to do one weapon or all guns?
I'm pretty sure it would only be one.
Yeah, only one.
Yeah,
because it would be.
Unless Mickey generates one.
Mickey doesn't, because that's not how it worked.
I didn't think so.
Okay, one shot. So we've seen Neil's luck come through. Now let's see mine not come through.
Oh come on,
No,
Arvine.
your luck's gonna come through, just your bad luck.
Arvine, I said you hope everyone. We love everyone.
This is like the spirit bomb.
You're firing away.
It was a very Scott shot.
They duck and weave away.
It's a perfectly average roll. Well, the 10 is at least.
And they are going to.
At least they don't have a person to give them extra abilities, because we have them on our ship.
I'm really
need
glad.
a level.
Oh, shit, that reminds me.
We need Neil to be more useful.
We should shut down all the consoles in the med bay. Lock them out right now.
I imagine already did. I wouldn't worry about that.
Cool.
They're
Well,
gonna fire
I
at
did
you.
say previously we put a password.
They are going to fire at you with their laser again. Pew pew pew. But it is not a hit. Yeah, you easily duck and weave from that. And then
why is space combat so tense? I'd rather be in melee with these guys.
I agree completely. 100%. I'd rather have punched these guys in the face.
Oh dear.
And their pilot. Yep, that's all they do. Senor turn. They just sort of they're still going towards Pike, but not as fast now, because they sort of lower into combat speeds, and they sort of wheel and start beaming away at you, but you can easily dodge that thing once you're already aware of it.
Fire all guns.
Fire all guns.
Quick question before we do that. Ollie, these extremists, these terrorist groups, how are they thought of by the Pike?
Officially, not very good. There are rumors that they are linked to the current leading party and their sort of military group. Some people are very pro them, some people are very anti them.
So officially we'll be alright. We'll just get blown up a couple weeks later.
Never mind. No, I'm not going to go with what my plan was. Never mind. Okay, fire all guns.
Fire all guns!
And hit with 2 of them.
I did.
Or neither of them.
Hang on, what in earth happened there?
Bad rolls.
I did not double click that. Didn't.
No, I only saw one roll so far, so you got to roll again.
Oh!
One was the roll for last turn, and it missed.
Weird, it rolled twice.
Yeah, it's just because I've got 2 sets of dice on my screen.
Yeah,
so
me too. Just roll it again, I wouldn't worry about it.
Roll again. Only one of them actually was a roll.
Yeah. I either miss or get a nat 20, but unfortunately it doesn't mean anything in this system.
A nat 20 with 6 damage.
Yeah.
Both times.
Yeah, exactly the same.
So that's 1 to the armor, 5 to them. That's pretty good.
Guys, should we just pick a planet and stay on it forever? So that we never have to deal with this again.
And
I would say
their
yes,
ship
but-
armor is rattled badly. Their ship looks about as damaged as your guys does right now, but obviously in a much more current state. Tom has at least had time to sort of patch things up a little bit. Is there anything else you guys want to do after firing all guns?
I think we have like 1 spare CP or something, don't we?
I mean, I can above and beyond.
Technically, me one. He can generate the additional 1, and anything with 2 CP can be done.
Can we fire a single gun?
I can't do anything.
Pursue targets too much. If we did 1 gun, pursue target would have worked, but nope.
You can you can fire a gun again.
Somebody else would be doing the firing though, not RVing.
No, you can't because you can. Oh, because it only 0 1.
Yeah.
You can only do multiple times. Okay.
I believe so.
Yeah, I don't think we do anything. Unless you guys want to give a boost to our speed.
Doesn't really do much.
I know, exactly. So that's why I'm like...
I mean, if you want to just sort of end your turn, that's fine.
Hold on 1 second.
Think-
Except crew lost. No. Keep it together. No. No. Yeah, I don't think it's any. Yeah. No. Okay. No.
Okay. Are you happy deciding that you're going to end your
I
turn?
mean, they're still attacking us. If somebody else generates a CP, we could. Never mind. Your program's not good enough. We need a level.
Yeah.
Just so we can make Neil better.
So, they start turning and leaving again, trying to escape towards Pike.
I imagine they're starting with more than just 0 successes this time.
No, because you caught up all the way up to them.
No, because we need all the help we can get.
And you easily, they are rocketing towards Pike. You now are 2, still within combat range. Anna does just sort of just motions like, we need to get them out of the air now or never. Anna looks expectingly at Rain.
Yep. Yep. Anna says, so I say to Anna, let's not apply any more pressure than we need to. Just get them lined up.
Fire all guns.
Don't put this on me. Wait, let me just check. I just want to see whether there's...
Are there any other 3-bit things that are useful? No. No. It's literally just fire all guns is our only option. Okay.
Okay.
Unless you can think of something else lore-wise,
roleplay-wise
you could do.
I had an idea, but it's not worth it at
My
this
roll
point.
20 is... It didn't like me changing tab. What stims do I have on me?
So are you going to fire all guns?
Yes.
I am.
yes.
Yeah. Okay. I will not wait for Neil then.
Yeah.
No.
It's a miss.
You need a modifier, man.
I know, but I don't get anything. I don't even get my dex mod for this.
Don't you get a +1 for? Oh, are we level 1? Oh, we're level 1. Never mind.
Doesn't have an attack bonus, I'm fairly sure.
Oh, for
Oh my
God's sake!
Yeah.
Okay.
So
They start doing this. They do the same thing
Because
again.
there's nothing like I can't make a lead check to give her a bonus because I'm like.
No. Ooh, actually. Ooh, no. Oh, dear. They actually do get away from you slightly, and they're sort of, like, getting real close to the planet. And this is at that point, Jason, where you start to notice the sort of ship patrol in orbit is sort of aware of you guys, like this chase going on, and they are scanning your ship as this is going on.
we need to kill
Probably
them
both
right
ships.
now. Like right now.
And you would know that the ship, usually these ship patrols are better combat ships than your ship. So
Oh, of course. I have to fucking.
you don't want to get in there bad.
Any ship is a better combat ship than
This
ours.
is
Their ship is a
I'm
better
gonna turn
combat
to the
ship than your
captain. I'm gonna turn to the captain and say, "Sir, if we run, we're outlaws. If we are the only one to tell the tale, what's your order?"
History is written by the victors. One more shot at this.
We have one more option though. We don't have to necessarily kill them. If you think that's the best bet, I say we do it. But you're pretty good at hacking. We can make it look like they're the bad guys.
I thought about this already. I ran the numbers in my head. The simple fact of the matter is there are sympathizers to them. They will still be able to tell their story, and others will pick it up and run with it. We will have a mountain moving in our direction sooner, if not sooner or later.
Mickey sort of goes and looks at the patrol boats that are scanning your ship on Jason's screen, and sort of seeing that, maybe hesitates even more. He says, "Slow engines, slow chase, stop firing. We can explain this away."
I don't think we can, boss. We currently have one of them on board.
We have one of them on board. What the fuck?
Rain, shoot!
But if we get close enough, Rain can drop the artifact over there, and we can say they were influenced by the artifact and tried to attack us, and then we're heading for the largest civilization.
Bear in mind, they have seen me teleport.
They have.
Bear in mind, they've already seen me blink. They know I can do that.
They're also aware that we're firing on them right now. I don't think they'll be paying attention to that capability.
No, I know, but if
have it in their story,
they can say I dropped it off.
No, we dropped the artifact over there. How?
Just so you know, Rain physically cannot do that.
Okay. I've got 2 effort left.
But you cannot jump to something that is not on a planetary body. I allowed it on the ship to ship because you weren't moving. You can't. It literally says in the description of your power, you can't jump to a moving ship.
I forgot about that part.
Yeah. I know. That's why I checked it the other day because you were talking about that as a possible plan. You just can't. I'll allow you to try, but if you fail, you die in space.
I'm dead. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So you can try. You'd be easier to do that if you landed and did that up beforehand, but then that's a whole thing.
Scott, you're muted, Scott.
It's just a rule to stop them from dropping grenades in the cockpit. That's all.
Still.
That's all.
I think we need to fire now.
Stupid rule.
They don't know that we have this thing yet. If they live, then they know.
Easier to talk our way out of it if we're the only ones talking. Keep firing.
I would quickly glance at Davis as well, just judge his reaction.
I asked him for his order. I nod.
Okay. Firing all guns. Come
also,
on.
Jason, I will.
No!
Come on, Arvid! You've rolled so many shitty ones. RNG beneath us!
One more!
RNG!
One more name.
Yeah, that's 20 again!
And with that,
again!
you see their ship. Jason is watching their ship get closer and closer to this. So he actually already. I was going to tell you that Jason is aware that this ship doesn't have atmospheric configuration. It's not a standard thing that every ship has. That ship couldn't have actually entered atmosphere. It was going to go to essentially a docking station where you then shuttle down. As it was getting closer and closer to one of those, you fire this last burst of the miniguns, and you see their ship start being torn apart. And you maybe even look on the comms even closer, and you watch as their crew in the bridge is spaced.
No, I'm
the
turning
ship
that off
is not.
I immediately say, open comms to local authorities, shut down all weapon systems. We need to go into standby. We are surrendering. I look to the captain to get his affirmative nod.
He absolutely does, and he sits down very heavily in his seat and he motions to Jason to start them.
What's the story, boss?
Yeah, we've got seconds.
You're the talker.
I'll turn to Jason. I say, Jason, we were doing exactly as we were ordered to do. However, there was pirates aboard that ship. The whole thing was designed as a setup. We can prove it. There's actually an extremist on there. He's got the tattoo, the markings to prove what they were there for. My only concern is if they're going to be able to pull any data off of the hard drives to say otherwise from their video footage and the like. So is there any way that we can access that now, or is it too late?
It's theoretically accessible if they had a black box, which most ships would have. Mm-hmm. So you could do that, right? Because you already tapped into their systems.
I look to Rain. I say, Rain, we're coasting into that direction right now. They're not going to be searching for people in space. If you suit up, what's the likelihood you can get to that debris and get that black box and bring it back?
I don't know. My blinking mainly works on planets. I can do it on this ship because I know it. I've been there, so maybe. But
it's going to be fragments. You're going to be seeing fragments. Would it be easier if you had a live feed of the actual debris field?
Nah, I need to. Query. I presume that I have to see the physical thing. I can't see a video to be able to teleport.
From what I read, it just has to be somewhere you've ever seen. I think.
Yeah.
Not somewhere you're seeing.
How intact is their ship?
So their ship's actually pretty intact. It's actually
if it's intact, and because I've been on it, I can teleport.
I was going to say you can teleport it. You will still have to roll, but if you suit up, that's still not so much an issue. Yeah. It won't be as much as an issue because it's going to be stationary now. It's the jumping between moving ships I'm going to give you a real hard time about.
Yeah.
But jumping between stationary ships, even though you're technically not meant to do it, I think is still completely reasonable. You will have to get closer than your ship is right now.
Yeah.
And right now you've gone into a full
we
stop.
can coast while... So we're still coasting towards them while... Because obviously Rain has to suit up.
Yeah,
so your plan is to coast instead of a full stop.
Because we're moving into surrender. We're moving in non-threatening. It's literally, we're coming to you to surrender.
Okay.
So I'll just look up at Davis and be like, maybe. Not easy.
Think about it. Suit up while you're thinking. Give me an answer before you do it.
Thomas, what would this box look like? What would I be looking for?
Thomas, go with her to help her suit up.
I go with her to help her suit up and start describing exactly the piece she needs.
Essentially, it'd be a computer tower.
While we're back over here, I'm looking to Thomas and I say, Thomas, we need to come up with a story real quick.
You're talking to Jason?
Jason, we're coming up with a story real quick, exactly what we need to tell to them. I was not aboard that ship. I need more details.
So the containment facility they had didn't look correct. It didn't look like it would work. We then became aware of them being quite desperate to get hold of the artifact and becoming irate when we didn't bring over the artifact. They then attempted to send armed men over into the ship, at which point we've got one of the civvies on board. That makes it really difficult.
It does, but I look to the captain. Sir, what's your opinion of her?
I didn't really know we had one of them on our ship, and that makes things much more complicated.
It's the one that was sent over initially.
Let me say there are a few options. I'm just saying, if maybe we knew beforehand, we could have spaced her like with the rest of their crew, and it wouldn't have looked suspicious. But now that's not really an option, is it?
Does she seem like she is one of them? I say, like, with a firmness to Jason.
He probably put up a camera to your room, sort of.
She seemed intelligent and not what I would expect from a pirate or terrorist. However, a highly funded terrorist group may have access to such resources.
I nod. Then we hopefully can trust in that. I'd rather not kill somebody just to cover our own asses when they're likely to be innocent.
It would make the situation far worse. Honestly, a good lie is as close to the truth as you can get. Just tweak the details. She'll then corroborate.
Let's get her in the medical bay. Can you do that?
She's in medical bay.
Oh, I thought she was in your room.
Which is
also medical. I forgot about that. Yeah. So, I'll want to play doctor. So anyways, all right, cool. So then I'll say, check her vitals, make sure she's breathing, keep her sedated.
You're the boss.
Before you do that, a comm comes in from one of the patrol boats. It's like,
This
Magpie, you're going to need to explain yourselves.
This is the Free Merchant Magpie. This is Comms Officer Jason Finch. We are fully surrendering to the authorities until a time that we can explain ourselves appropriately. I can assure you that we were well justified for our just application of force.
We will be utilizing ship tethers, and we will be taking you into somewhere where we can communicate and look over your ship and look over the evidence. in an apt manner.
Roger that.
As soon as you cut the mic, I say, go take care of that. I'll then access the mic and say, I'll access the mic over there and say, this is Davis Nielsen. I'm the second in command on this ship. I have with me, of course, Captain
Mickey?
Captain
Trick.
Mickey.
Mickey Trick.
Mickey Trick. I have with me Captain Mickey Trick. We are, of course, going to adhere to all of your requests. Please just send them as you needed.
Okay.
Did we say this was all just Captain's orders and blame it on him?
What did you say?
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
I hear what you said.
He didn't say anything.
I non-RP. I said, do we just say this was all the captain's idea and blame it on him?
My character is loyal to the captain. That'd be a hard one.
I imagine that Rain is now around.
Yes, you are. You're in your
And
vac
Anna
suit.
is very loyal to the captain.
But
So
she
Rain-
did tell us that she's more loyal to you. That's what that personal bit was about.
I understood that whole thing, but
So Rain would now come back in and just be like this. So, do you want me to do this?
I look you like, because they're, how close are they, Ollie?
You would be getting within range now. You'd be essentially, but you also are aware that the enemy patrol, the pike patrol boats are coming in to tether your ship at the same time. You're gonna have to act very quickly.
Yeah, they're tethering our ship and not like, that's fine. Not
Yeah.
looking for her. So
But again,
I
movement
look
makes
to her.
it harder to do.
Were we able to find the feed of where it is? We're able to find
You
out
could
where that was.
see it. Oh, where the black box is? No one tried.
I mean, the captain could have been. He's just been twiddling his thumbs.
He doesn't.
Or Anna,
He
because
doesn't
she's
do
also
that.
twiddling her
You
thumbs.
didn't tell Anna to do that. She is currently making sure the ship
Okay,
doesn't
my
fly into the
apologies.
debris field that you are coasting towards.
Then I would say, Captain, can you find that black box so we can corroborate the story?
What's a black box?
Actually, he has stats. Let me see if he.
There's a black box looking thing floating over there.
All these boxes look black to me. I don't know.
Oh wait, no, that was my old Xbox.
Just flying in space.
Well, it's kind of more of a rectangle, so
He actually, with his stats, he would be able to go, on that kind of ship, it would be probably in the top half of the bridge in built into the ceiling with the wires coming down. Not necessarily smart, but where it would be. It looks like it's probably still together too.
I looked to what's her name?
Rain.
Rain. Sorry. I look to Rain and I say, do you think you can do it?
You're all so kind to me. I can at least try. Worst that happens is I
Both
teleport.
hands on her shoulders.
Worst
Do
that
you
happens.
think you can do it?
Yeah. I mean, worst that happens is I teleport back in with nothing.
That's it. Davis spaces her, gives her a
Then
push.
I'm gonna look her straight in the eyes and say, but we're not looking at the worst. We're looking for the best. And I know you can deliver that. I know you have the capability to do exactly what we need to. The whole crew is relying on you. You're not gonna let us down.
I love how much of a hard ass he is to her.
All right. And with that, Rain, why don't you give me a psychic skill check with a +2?
What's that?
That's a good
I mean,
question. Are you
I
a Constitution
run it
or a
off
Wisdom player?
I run it off Constitution. That's where my effort comes
Then it would
from.
be Constitution because you're based. It's just a raw psychic roll for you. Yeah,
Okie dokie.
essentially.
I like my psychics raw.
Yeah. So you go from inside of your ship that even though not very much is going on right now, you have the engine thrumming, you have people talking, and you blink into the ship, into the mess hall of the ship you were in an hour ago. But of course now when you look to the front side of the ship, it's just torn open where you could look into the bridge before, and where a pilot sat is just a hole. You can actually still see their bodies floating, lit up via the light reflecting off Pike.
We're gonna have a serious talk about what happened here today later.
You're going to need to give me a... It'd be a notice wisdom check.
Is there any way we could send a feed to her about where it is in relation to where she is, or would something like that be too easily detectable?
On the basis that I have had Thomas explain to me what it would look like.
I would give you a +2 on this.
Okay, thank you.
Which counteracts your bad.
Well, no, my wisdom's okay. I just have a -1 to notice.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't see things. Where's my toes at?
Come on, decent roll. That's a decent roll.
Now, it wasn't very hard to find. There is always an issue of walking. And Rain, have you walked in deep space before? Like, actually no atmosphere? No, you did earlier. Never mind.
Yeah.
You walk kind of... It's not very far to walk. You look at where it is. It's where both Mickey and Thomas said it would be. You unhook this thing, and what this black box is essentially a near indestructible data backup. All the camera feeds of the ship, usually in very, very compressed forms for like the whole time, but in the recent time much more accessible, would be in there. Be able to sort of maybe less than gracefully unplug it with like a and tear the plugs out of it, and then we'll be able to teleport back with another psychic roll with still a +2.
Okie dokie. Now here's where I'm gonna fail, which is gonna be hilarious.
She teleports into like one of the patrol ships.
Your teleportation back is not as clean. You're carrying this pretty heavy thing, and you're in the vac suit, which makes things even more awkward. And actually, end up teleporting back, not in the bridge, but in the mess hall, kind of stumbling into like one of the counters.
Yeah, and then sort of I just clunk down like on my knees. Not as like bad as I was earlier, but still a bit. I got it.
Whip around the corner.
Mickey then starts kind of comms Thomas and just be like, "Now, where do you think we can hide a thing like that?"
I think it's best I destroy it right now.
I agree with you. Destroying it is the best option. But what else can we find on here of what they were doing?
It'll take time, and they'll be searching this ship before we have time to look at it.
Can you hide it in a place where they can't find it, or is destruction really our only option?
I think the best bet would be we have our own black box, no?
But they would...
And I don't know if we look as good as we want to look in that one. Unless we get someone to scrub some unfavorable footage.
Yeah, I think if we take our black box out, replace our black box with their black box, and then hide the information somewhere else and destroy our black box, or just to get rid of any leads, but that's a lot to do. I think it's best if we just destroy it. Maybe take a quick look before I destroy it, but I think we destroy it.
You could maybe try and basically plug it into like a... You would have like essentially a quick grab USB system, like something you plug in that just tries to get as much data as possible, maybe for a couple of minutes, then remove it and then try and destroy it.
Everybody here is making amazing points. Some of them I didn't think of. Jason, our black box is a problem. Oh, you're not back yet?
He's dealing with the person. It's not. Okay, this has all happened very quickly.
Yeah, sure. It's all very quick. So I think we need to have somebody scramble our own black box, almost like it was ripped apart by some sort of virus. That way, things aren't traceable to it. We don't care about losing any data that's on there, but we need to lose some data on there. Tomas, do you think that you can handle trying to scrub this one for information and then destroying it?
I'll do my best.
Okay. Anna sort of like stands up and cracks her knuckles and be like, "I've had to do this before. Not on this ship, but I can
had to do this before.
I can scramble our box."
You want to scramble ours? Okay, I point to Rain and say, in any way she needs it, assist her. And I'm going to go with Tomas.
Got it, boss.
And I think that is a great place to end up. We've got a little bit of time, but before Dadrick happens.
Listen, next week...
I've got some serious
sorry to anybody on my channels. I hope that next week Rick rolls horribly, that everything goes terrible.
All your
on the
luck
Witcher
can be
game.
stored here.
I want fucking them.
You're gonna need to do a lot of
to
talk
crumble.
checks, lead checks, connect checks.
Everything needs to go terribly in the Witcher game. We need it all. I want it all or nothing at all. Like,
I want that clipped. That's what I want.
Well, I'm glad you all are enjoying it, and I see you're enjoying it there in chat, even if you're making fun of this less than apt crew. But they're regular people, aside from one of them who can teleport through life and space.
I'm apt.
You are apt.
did anybody hear that? Anybody hear that ding sound?
You're going to level if you can get out the shit you've made after this.
We have like.
You're gonna level soon, but you're not out of the woods yet.
You've
I was
dug
considering
a real deep hole right now.
But we do have a rope hanging down from the top of the hole. It's a very thin rope. It's not very easy to
it's got a
climb.
noose in it, and we have the choice to either jump and grab the noose with our hand or accidentally jump through with our head.
Yeah, basically.
So, with that, why don't we start our circle of shame with Jason? Who are you? Neil. Nagadu.
Hi, I'm Jace Finch. I'm the all-round OG good guy on this ship. I do everything that my compatriots fail at, which is everything. I'm Neil.
You're just the only person with a +2 attribute mod. That's what it is.
This is true. I'm Neil.
And you have the best luck out of everybody ever.
Yeah.
You're like, guys, we're rolling for stats, right? Yes, I got 3 18s, 2 16, and an 11. I know.
There was some great HP rolling with Scott the other day.
Neil
that makes you happy.
us our asses out the fire so many times when he was playing Tel and Yavaskir.
Yeah.
His luck is ridiculous.
He's got good luck. It's crazy.
I'm Neil. I play in this game and perhaps another one. Sneaky.
You guys aren't subtle.
You can find me on the Discord at Naghai or on Twitter at Naghai_. I believe it's all on the dash right now. Please at me. As I said, everyone's been doing a fantastic job of atting me. I love it. Skoink, you're the best.
That's not true. Don't give her that.
I said to everyone, thanks for all your support. And on Twitter recently, I've seen a lot of outpouring about like Scott and Ollie, like how their streaming makes you feel, and that's super nice to see. And it's really nice to be part of the community.
That was way too lovey for me. Can somebody be miserable? Who's next? Arvine?
That's my positive.
Next up
Arvine, creep me out.
is
Creep me out.
Thomas. Will, who are you? How are you?
I am good. I'm Will. You could check me out at Will Call Brewing on Instagram, in the Discord, on Scott's show on Friday, Eberron, here on Wednesdays, kind of everywhere. So just keep a lookout for me and talk to me about stuff. Beer and food specifically.
Yeah.
I like
Anything else you can kind of fuck off.
Anything else, I might listen to you depending on who you are. But if you don't have a smile like Neil, probably not.
Speaking of a smile, he makes me smile. He makes you smile. Ian, who are you? How are you?
I'm playing either horribly traumatized or very just innocent and characters that make you feel like you're kicking puppies when
Yeah, that is how Ian plays apparently on the channel.
Apparently, yeah. I am Ian Arvine on Twitter and Discord. I'm pretty quiet, particularly on the Discord, but if you get
unless you talk about anime.
Yeah, basically, if you at me in a with a subtopic that I like, I will wake up and talk a lot. So be aware of that. And I am happy to talk about any of the streams I'm on, or Yarv generally, or
Please
anime.
talk to me about streams.
Yes.
That's how it works. And speaking of working, the busiest boy.
Also, who's sticking the cat's face on Neil?
I appreciate it. Please continue. Let me check out. I can't see, so I can't pose.
Next up is Neil. No, we've done Neil. No more Neil. Next up
Hey
is
guys, I'm Neil.
Scott. Who are you? How are you? How are you doing?
Hi, I'm Delric. you can find me over at Daily.
Oh, hi, I'm Dalek. I'm a streamer. If you don't know what a streamer is, it means I get on the internet.
You are a very rude young man.
Wait, excuse me, I'm you.
Listen, this is my
you're
turn.
a long man.
I never get to talk. Oh, you know what? Don't bother.
And that's my blood relative.
I'm Ollie. You can find me at here, Ollie. I'm gonna get this cat out of here before I forget to remove it next week, and there's just a cat, and I won't notice. You can find me here. I really enjoy doing this show, but I enjoy making stories for you, and I enjoy how this has been going out lovely, like, into... The best things in space shows are when the crew interacts, and that's really the best thing altogether. So, you can also find me on Scott's Airborne Show and on Lost Initiative Dark Sun this week. And I am doing a bunch of streams where I play Subnautica, or sometimes I play The Sims, where I'm a vampire. Bleh. And that's pretty much it. Oh, and on Sundays, starting on the 12th, is my new RPG show, Yavaskir Here Be Heroes. If you wanted more Yavaskir,
you got
while
it.
this show's going on, a different Yavaskir story is going to be going on in a different part of the world with some good friends of mine as the players, and I'm very excited to play more D&D for you guys and weave more stories for you idiots. So, with that, that's where we're gonna get out of here. I'll see you.
You need like a catchphrase.
Me? I need a catchphrase, like every other streamer.
Like,
Like a sign out.
What about?
Yeah, exactly.
Get fucked.
Well, that's like my remember you won't succeed unless you roll the dice.
Real talk, I wanted to transition away as I said get
Yeah,
fucked, but I missed.
That's how
I missed the button.
You know, honestly, that's the story.
Thing to do.
That's the story of my sex life.